Hello everyone. Welcome to M&M English. This is Masa and Malika. We're here with a fun and practical lesson. Let's jump into today's lesson.
Today, we are going through the topic age. We will learn the most important words, collocations, and expressions, from the easiest to the more advanced ones. Now, let's look at life step by step from the very beginning. It all starts with a baby. A baby is from 0 to around 1 year old. Babies can't talk or walk yet. They mostly sleep, eat, and cry. Then the baby becomes a toddler. A toddler is usually 1 to 2 years old. Toddlers start walking, touching everything, and saying their first small words. After that, we have a child. A child is from 3 to 12 years old. Children go to school, play a lot, and ask many questions. Next comes a teenager. The word teen comes from the numbers 13 to 19. Teenagers want more independence and care a lot about friends. Then we have an adult, usually from 20 to 40. Adults work, make decisions, and take responsibility for their lives. After that, people are often called middle-aged, around 40 to 60. Middle-aged people often focus on family, work, and health. And finally, we have elderly or old people, usually over 70. The word elderly is more polite and respectful. Elderly people have a lot of experience and many stories to share. So, that's how we describe age in English, from babies to elderly people. Now let's talk about exact age and approximate age. Sometimes we know someone's age exactly, but very often we don't. So English gives us soft, polite words to guess age. When we say about, it means not exact. For example, she is about 25. So maybe she's 24 or 26. Now look at number 2. Around is very similar. They are around 50. This means close to 50, not exactly. Look at number 3. Nearly means almost. He is nearly 14. So he is 13 now and his birthday is coming soon. These words help us talk about age politely without being too direct. So remember, about and around mean not exact, and nearly means almost. Now let's talk about some very common collocations with the word age. These are expressions English speakers use all the time. First one, at the age of. We use this when we talk about something important that happened in the past. For example, she learned to swim at the age of 5. Next, the same age as. We use this to compare two people. My sister is the same age as me. This is very useful, especially when people ask, are you older or younger? Now for your age. This one is usually a compliment. You look very fit for your age. It means, I didn't expect you to look this good. So yes, this is a safe and polite sentence. And finally, act your age. This one is usually said when someone is behaving like a child. Don't act like a child. Act your age. Parents say this a lot, and teachers too. Okay, your turn. Pause the video and make your own example. For example, At the age of 30, I still don't know what I want to eat for dinner. Now your turn. Let's talk about the generation gap. This is a very common expression in English. Let's start with the first idea, age difference. This simply means how many years are between two people. For example, if I'm 40 and you are 30, the age difference is 10 years. Now, generation gap is a little different. The generation gap is not just about age, it's about how people think. A generation gap happens when older people and younger people think very differently. They may have different opinions, habits, values, or ways of life. Next, the younger generation. This means young people today, teenagers and young adults. They usually grew up with new technology, social media, smartphones, and fast communication. Then we have my generation. That simply means people who are around the same age as me. People in the same generation often share similar experiences, music, technology, and memories. Now let's look at the picture. On the left, we see an older man in 1995. He is sitting and reading a newspaper. On the right, we see a young person in 2020. He is sitting and looking at his smartphone. Both people are doing the same thing. They are getting information, but they are doing it in a very different way. This is a great example of the generation gap. Older generations often prefer newspapers, books, or TV. Younger generations often prefer phones, apps, and the internet. Neither one is wrong. They are just different. And that's the generation gap. Same world, different ways of living in it. Now let's talk about expressions with for his or her age. Let's make this very simple. When we say for his age or for her age, we are comparing one person to other people of the same age. We use it when something is surprising or better than normal. Let's look at clear examples. She is very bright for her age. She is 2 years old and she can read books. Most 2-year-olds cannot read, so she is bright for her age. Next, he is quite tall for his age. For example, he is 10 years old but he is as tall as a 14-year-old. That's why he is tall for his age. Next, he is very fit for his age. For example, he is 70 years old but he runs every morning and plays tennis. Many 70-year-olds can't do this, so he is fit for his age. Next, she looks really great for her age. For example, she is 55 but many people think she is 40. That's why she looks great for her age. She is very grown up for her age. For example, she is 12 but she speaks seriously, helps at home, and acts like an adult. So she is grown up for her age. She is quite remarkable for her age. For example, she is 16 but she started her own business or won a big competition. So remember, for his or her age usually means this person is doing something better or earlier than normal. Okay guys, just remember this saying, you are only as old as you feel. It means age is not just a number, it's how you feel inside. So if you feel young, active and happy, then guess what? You are young. A 70-year-old who dances and travels. Yes, young. A 25-year-old who says, I'm too old for this. Well, maybe not so young. So remember, it's not about your age. It's all about your attitude. Don't miss out Unit 2, Stages of Life, Unit 3, Babies and Children. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to M&M English for more lessons. See you next time.